Hey there guys, what is going on? Today's a very exciting day, of course. I mean, this did happen yesterday, but I'm a little bit behind, of course. We do finally have the Season 1 roadmap. When there is that big Warzone Cold War crossover, we have the roadmap. We've got all the content that is going to be coming to the game. Both games, really, Warzone and, of course, Cold War. I mean, this is going to be one of those videos where it's a bit of a live commentary and we sort of ramble on and sort of don't really play the game very well because, I mean, live thoughts and playing the game well at the same time, well, that's not something I'm actually very good at. So, I mean, this is one of those things. But I mean, of course, we have the roadmap, which is, of course, very, very exciting. There's a lot of content to cover here, especially if you do like Warzone, which, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Warzone myself, but I'll definitely be taking a look at Warzone. Like, all the content that's coming out looks very, very exciting. New map and stuff like that. Of course, that Rebirth Island is very, very exciting, which is, of course, sort of a different version of Alcatraz, which we have seen before. I think that was in Blackout. So at the top of this list here, I will flash this up on the screen so you can... Okay, amazing. I'll flash this up on screen right now so you can know what I'm talking about, and then you can find this on Twitter or something like that. I'm sure you've all seen this at some point, so you will know what I'm talking about. Basically, we are getting the new Warzone map, which is, of course, Rebirth Island. That is bad. That is a bad shot. Yeah, Rebirth Island, which is essentially Alcatraz, which looks very, very cool. Of course, always nice to see map changes and stuff like that in these games. Battle Royale stuffs usually live and die based on how good their map is, so... The Warzone map has been good for a very long time, but I mean, it's time for a change, of course. And then we are looking, of course, at a new Gulag experience, which is kind of interesting. There's a little Gulag there, and I believe this is the... I believe I'm talking about the modern... Sorry, the Warzone style of Gulag, like the original of Verdansk Gulag, which is weirdly shaped a little bit like... Nuketown. It looks a little bit like the map that we're looking at the moment. I'll try and flash a screenshot up on the screen at the moment so you know what I'm talking about. And then there is, of course, a different one that they've posted. It looks a little bit more like a prison, looks a little bit more regular style, and that is the one for the new map, which is kind of cool as well. Come across the left-hand side. Poke that guy in his dome. Of course, then we are looking also at the expanded arsenal, which sees all of the weapons that are in this game, all 30-ish weapons, I believe. They're all going into Warzone as well, so you can run around with 2 AKs, 2 MP5s, 2 M4s if you're feeling particularly frisky. Like, you can do some pretty goofy stuff with this. Hello? Okay. You can do some pretty goofy class setups with stuff like that, run a couple of AKs, do whatever you want, really. Should be a lot of fun to run around with those kind of weapons. We are, of course, receiving new weapons in both games as well with the Season 1 update. These are the free weapon updates that normally happen. We're getting a new assault rifle in the Groza. We're also getting a new MAC-10 submachine gun, and many people have seen the Streetsweeper, which is basically a striker by the looks of things. So we're getting another shotgun as well, and that's happening mid-season. So we're getting new weapons, which is always cool. Of course, we are getting those in the Battle Pass. Those will typically be free. I mean, those are always free. Like, you just get them for playing the game. That is what it is. You will unlock them eventually, but of course you can buy them with like Battle Pass bundles and other things, which is always nice. Next, we're getting new operators, of course. Stitch, you may have seen him in the trailer, which is the bad guy being like, hey, come to the mall, and then they, like, die. Watch this jump shot. Oh, don't even need to jump shot this guy. He's just... Is he still there? Let me check. Then we're also getting Bulldozer, which is kind of a big juggernaut-looking guy, as well as Xenia, which is a lady. Then we are, of course, getting a couple of new multiplayer maps, which is very, very exciting. Of course, new multiplayer maps, including Pines, which is the mall one from, you may have seen the trailer. Looks kind of nifty. Looking forward to testing out that, running around, maybe doing some map guides and stuff like that. That's my favorite stuff. Like, I haven't done a map guide for a while, but I'm mostly waiting for new content to cover on the map guide, so that will be definitely something that we look around to getting forward to. That's not an English sentence. And then we are also getting Nuketown 84 holiday version, which is going to be this, but a Christmassy theme, and I believe it might be at night, which is kind of cool. So nighttime Nuketown, kind of cool, as well as a Christmassy theme, which is a cool aesthetic. I really vibe Christmas stuff. Then we're also getting Raid back, which is of course very, very exciting. A lot of people love Raid from previous games. I like Raid, but I'm not sure. Like, when I play it, I'll probably remember why exactly it's such a fantastic map, but from memory, just off the top of my head, it was a good map, but I can't really remember why it was so good. Let me know in the comments if you know why Raid was so good. Then we're also getting a new Fireteam Dirty Bomb map, which is Sanatorium? Sanatorium, yeah. Which seems to be kind of a fairly large sort of building. And of course, just as I finished recording that little segment there, I actually realized I missed something on this particular sheet that we got going on here. There's also Gunfight. Gunfight is, of course, coming back to these games, which some of you may not be aware of what Gunfight is. It's actually really cool. It's not really for me, but I mean, Gunfight is, of course, very, very cool. Basically, what it is 2v2 in very, very small maps, which is good. Like, that's cool. So, of course, the 2v2 gunfight maps that we are getting is called U-Bahn, which seems to be some kind of underground sewer-style system. We're also getting ICBM, which is Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, so that will be in a missile silo, which is very, very exciting. Like, that's kind of a very cool aesthetic, especially for a Cold War vibe. Like, that is a very cool idea for a map. Then we're also getting some KGB stuff, which I'm guessing is going to be some kind of KGB-style, like, facilities, some kind of, like, storage facility maybe. There's like Russian flags and stuff like that, so I'm not really sure what exactly is going to happen there, but I mean, it looks very, very cool. And then there's a game show one, which you may have seen the screenshots that we got leaked for the game show style one. No. Yeah, there's a game show style one with like TV cameras, and there's a message that says, what do the numbers mean? I think that's the point of it. It's like a little bit of a gag, but that's very, very cool as well. So Luke will continue talking about the rest of the stuff in this video, and I will jump back to him now. We're also getting new game modes. We're getting Prop Hunt, which is... Oh, I love Prop Hunt, man. We're also getting Dropkick, which is that mode that's kind of been leaked in the game for a little while. Like, it's been seen across a couple of times now. Like, the tooltips will come up and be like, hey, in Dropkick, you can do this. We're also getting new kill streaks in the Harp, which is basically just an advanced UAV. There's a new vehicle in the Tactical Raft. Zombies getting a new game mode in the middle of the season. Of course, that's cranked. I don't really know what's going on there. And of course, they're getting Jingle Hells, which seems to make everything sort of Christmassy and give the dogs like reindeer horns and stuff like that. And of course, we are getting a new battle pass with 100 tiers of excellent sort of varieties of content, legendary assault rifles, legendary submachine guns, operator skins and stuff like that. So of course, there's a lot of content to look forward to, and all of it will be covered on this channel as well, as soon as it does drop on the 16th/17th, depending on where you live. And I believe it's going to be fairly early in the morning for me, so the content might be a little bit late, but of course, we will get around to it as soon as possible. Anyway, guys, that is everything from, of course, the Season 1 launch, that Cold War Warzone crossover that is coming very, very soon in a live commentary format that I know some of you guys were asking for. Thank you very much for watching this one. I do appreciate it, of course. Make sure you hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on, and I will, of course, see you in the next one and in Season 1. Bye!